Bismillahirrahmanirrahim wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Assalamu alaikum and welcome to my non-Muslim guests. Thank you for joining for the third video of the hijab series. The first video talked about what does the hijab represent, and we went on to say that it represents a woman who singles out God for worship, doesn't worship a man, a statue or animal or anything created. The second video went on to talk about why do Muslim women cover, and we said that it was an obligation from Allah and it had to do with modesty and piety, because a Muslim woman is priceless and she knows her worth, so she doesn't allow men in public to see certain parts of her body. And this third set of videos to do with some things to do with culture that Muslims do that oppose what the Quran, the Hadith says, and what the female companions used to do. So I wanted to talk about something that has really bugs me and has bugged me ever since I converted to Islam. It's hijab and makeup. And the reason why this bugs me, because being a convert, I read the Quran, I read the Hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and I read about the female companions and how they were. And then I look at the Muslims today and I see, mashallah, they have some good qualities of what the female companions did, but they have a lot of culture and a lot of things that have nothing to do with Islam and also contradict Islam. And one of these hugest contradictions is wearing hijab with makeup. And there shouldn't even have to be a video about this, but because it's so common and nearly 9 out of 10 Muslim women wear makeup, I thought to do this video just to make crystal clear why makeup contradicts hijab and hijab contradicts makeup. Okay, hijab was revealed, yes, and I want to make this crystal clear to people. Hijab was revealed for you to know that this woman singles out Allah, God, for worship and worships Him alone. And also she's a woman who's modest and shy and pious. So hijab was revealed to let you know she singles out God for worship and she's modest. Hijab was made to let you know that a woman singles God out for worship and is modest. Hijab was made to let you know that this woman singles out God for worship and is modest. Hijab was, makeup was made to make the woman look sexy in public, lustful in public, enhance her looks in public, make her more of a fitna in public. Yeah? So how can the two go together? If hijab was revealed to make her look like a worshipper of God and modest, and makeup was made to make her look hot, sexy and lustful in public, yeah? How can the two go together? It's a huge contradiction. And for those sisters, I'm going to be honest and straight, because just way too many sisters do this. For those sisters that say they wear makeup for themselves, they don't wear it for men, or they don't wear it to look hot, they don't wear it to look hot or sexy now, because this is what most sisters are going to say, but I don't buy it for 1 second, and common sense doesn't buy it for 1 second. For example, whenever someone does something, they do it for a reason. Okay, you never do something for no reason. You have intention behind why you do something. So therefore, Allah created you, He created you perfect. Yeah? But for some reason you feel that when you're going out, that you have to put makeup on. Now for the sisters that say that I only do it for myself, it doesn't make sense. Because you know how you look without the makeup on. You know how you look. Simple. You know how Allah created you. And there's nothing wrong with how Allah created you. But that's not enough for you. So now when you say I do it for myself, how does that make sense? Okay, you put the makeup on, you put some bright red lustful lipstick on, you make your eyelashes look long and sensuous, you do your eyebrows and this, that and all this other stuff. How can you do it for yourself? Because you know it's not you. It doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, it's like someone going to the gym and taking steroids or something. It's like saying I'm doing it for myself. Not really, because you know it's not you. Yeah? So the whole thing is, what I'm basically saying is that you saying it's for you, Doesn't make sense because you know what you look like, and that's not you with the makeup on. It's someone else. Yeah, because it is supposed to enhance your looks, so you more sexy, more lustful, more for fitna. So to say yourself is for yourself, that doesn't work. It doesn't add up. Secondly, when you intentionally put makeup on before you go out into society, yeah, society is made of men and women, yeah, and there's no way you're gonna go outside without you seeing men, yeah. And when do you put this makeup on? Do you when you go to college or school or wherever it is, or uni or whatever, or whatever it is, and then you come back home? Do you put the makeup on first when you're going out, or after you finish that uni, college, school, work, whatever it is, and you're coming back in? No, when you finish a long day's work and come into your house, you don't do your face up, you don't do your this, that, up, and which isn't even halal for you to do for your husband if you're married, yeah? But you don't do it when you're coming back from college, uni, work, or anything, and come into the house. You don't spend time doing yourself up and this, that, and the other for your husband, which is halal for. But you do it in the morning or something when you're going out into public. And the thing is, you know you're going to see men, yeah, out in public. So if you look a certain way normally, and then you do yourself up, do yourself, and you know for your fact you're going to be going out, yeah, into a environment when there are men, you can't say you're not making yourself look beautiful for men. You are making yourself look beautiful for men. And I think if you're honest with yourself, sister, 100% honest, when you're putting your makeup in the morning, you put your bright red lipstick, and you're making your long lashes, and you're doing your eyebrows, and you're doing your cheeks, and this, that, and the other, you cannot say, wallahi, I'm doing this for myself, and I am not doing it for men outside. I think that at the end of the day, you want men to look, even if you don't admit to yourself, and you want them to notice you, and you want them to think she's hot, and you want them to think, she's beautiful. Because yes, we know that women desire attention, but that attention is supposed to come from your husband and not from every unknown man on road. And from when you put on a hijab, you should have read about it, because you would have known and had enough self-esteem and enough self-worth and enough confidence to not need this dirty looks from unknown men. But the whole point I'm going to say is that, wallahi sister, when you put makeup or hijab on, yeah, and hijab is to make you look modest, yeah, and like a worship of God, and you put makeup on to make you lustful and sexy, and you put these together, wallahi, I'm being honest as a convert, you just look confused. It just looks like you're a person who doesn't know why you wear hijab, yeah, like you're a modest, someone who's trying to look modest, but look hot. It's like you're a conservative, modest Barbie. It doesn't make sense. It's like high heels and hijab, or leopard skin scarf, yeah? It's like a hijab in leopard skin, when you're supposed to be modest, shy, and not ask for attention. It doesn't work. But all I just say, to be honest sister, the real reason why you wear makeup, whether subconsciously or intentionally, whether you know it or not, is because you want to look hot, because you want to look lustful, because you want to look sexy, and you want attention from women and men. That's it. That's the reality. You want attention, you know, outside. Now the whole thing is that in the day, in the female companions' times, they had makeup, they had khol, they had you know, they have all these beautifications and this, that, and the other. And you will not find that Aisha went out with makeup. You will not find that Khadija went out with makeup. You will not find that Fatima went out with makeup and this, that, and the other. If you read about the female companions and the Tabi'in and the Atba Tabi'in, the ones that came after this, that, and the other, the most knowledgeable female Muslims who were scholars, they would not wear one lick of makeup, yeah, in public. And they were knowledgeable, the most knowledgeable about deen. So if they didn't do it, and the people that came after them didn't do it, yeah, and the people that came after them didn't happen, then when did this start? That the Muslim woman started to wear makeup. But anyway, I don't want to go too long. All I'm trying to say, sister, don't do both. If you want to look like a worshipper who singles out Allah for worship and you want to be modest, be modest. If you want to look like a Barbie and hot and sexy, that's between you and Allah. But don't mix the two together. Stop playing with the hijab. If you want to play with something, buy a PlayStation, buy an Xbox, you know, buy Lego. But don't play with the hijab, man. Don't muck about with the hijab. The hijab is an act of worship. Just like prayer is an act of worship, fasting is an act of worship. The hijab is an act of worship. You know, don't play with it. And don't try and look sexy in hijab, wallahi, because you're wearing a uniform that was given to the female companions. And it was a uniform from Allah. And wallahi, you shouldn't want to look hot, sexy, lustful, like a fitna. Hijab was made to make you look pious and single Allah for worship. And makeup was made to make you look like a fitna. Yeah? So at the end of the day, tomorrow before when you're going to leave, when you wake up in the morning, choose. Either I want to look like a worshipper of Allah who singles Allah out for worship and look modest, or I'm gonna look like a Barbie and a fitna and this, that, and the other. But don't wear hijab and don't wear hijab with that stuff. Yeah, don't bring the female companion's uniform down. Yeah, at the end of the day, don't mock with the religion of Allah, inshallah. So anyway, I leave it at that, sister. Be honest with yourself. Wake up tomorrow before you go out. Say, I do not need, yeah, to make myself look hot, sexy and this, that, there in public. I'm a Muslim, yeah. Makeup, you know, when I go out in public to feel special. Allah created me perfect. Allah created me unique. Allah created me as an individual. And I don't need this stuff, yeah, to put this stuff on myself to feel beautiful or special or relevant. You know what I'm saying? Allah created me as I am, and I am worth something, and makeup doesn't define me as important or unimportant, you know, and so forth. And I would just say, inshallah, thank you for watching. The victory for the Muslims will only return when we understand the three categories of Tawheed, understand and have a pure Aqidah, and instead of following the actors, the singers, the rappers, the models, we follow the prophets, the companions, and the rest of the Salaf instead. Thank you for watching the video. Like, subscribe, share, because if you don't share it, no one else will be able to see it. And the next video, part 4 of the hijab series, is going to be about the conditions of hijab and the female companion's hijab versus the hijab tutorials today. Basically meaning we're going to compare the female companion's hijab to hijab tutorials today. Because the difference between what the hijab that the female companions wore and what these YouTube self guides to how to wear hijab today, the difference is like the heavens and earth. They're so far apart. But anyway, Jazakallah khair for watching. Welcome to thank you to my non-Muslim guests. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and goodbye.